I am here today in my kitchen and we are making my version of fairy cakes. And what I've done is I've actually got all the ingredients laid out for us because you don't need to see me breaking up chocolate or creaming butter and sugar together. So as I've said, I've creamed the butter and sugar already in the bowl. All I'm going to do to this is we're going to add our vanilla essence. Do love the smell of vanilla essence. Just think it makes everything just that little bit nicer. And a little bit of mixed spice. Alright. Dry that off. Alright. Alright, literally mix that in together. You want that nicely mixed well in. And then we're going to add the flour. Alright, literally easier way, just put the whole thing on your scales. As long as you've tarred them, you're going to get the right amount. So, pop your flour in. There we go. Again, you want to give that a nice mix. Make sure all the flour is mixed in nicely. Don't worry if you think it's starting to look a little dry because you're going to be adding eggs soon. Alright, once the flour is all mixed in, the lovely bit, I'm actually using salted dark chocolate from Aldi. I think it was actually less than £1. It comes in little bars. 2 of these is enough for what you want. Any more than that and your chocolate will sink to the bottom. So in goes your chocolate. I've got to admit, it smells actually really lush. Again, give that a really good mix and literally really do make sure all your chocolate is thoroughly mixed in. Alright, again, it's just really simple. If you can do this, you can make fairy cakes. This is just a simple way of making a simple kids treat a little bit different, or putting a little bit of pizzazz in your cake. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to add half the egg into the mix. I suggest using a whisk. Not only will that give your cake a nice fluffy sort of squishy squishy consistency once you've finished, it will taste really nice. It basically aerates the cake. I don't recommend using an electric whisk, electric food blender. It will over mix your cake and they will come out flat. So as I said, add a little bit, add half the egg mixture. And whisk until basically you can't see any of the egg mixture. And you've sort of got a little bit of a runny cake mix going on. And once you've mixed that half in, pour in the rest. And again, Just make sure all the egg is whisked nicely into the mixture. And should end up with that sort of consistency. All right, excellent. Now, fund it. All right, I'm using just a large tablespoon. I find that actually works out really well for dolloping them into the cake cases. So, cake cases, tray, oven's ready and set and ready to go. Let's pop them in. So basically you want a nice big dollop, sort of like that. Try not to get it everywhere. I will do my best. And basically fill your cake cases. What you do is I suggest probably filling them all first with a dollop, and then topping up any that look slightly smaller with any leftover mix. But try not to overfill them, because don't forget they will rise. This is where I need a little KP to come along and pass me a tray that I've already done, but unfortunately not. So you're left with me standing here, dolloping mixture into cake cases until we get to the oven bit. It's not that many to go, don't worry. And don't panic, I'm not going to stand here for the full 20 minutes it takes for them to cook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a nice cup of tea, clear down my kitchen, sort it all out, and then I'll be back with you to see how these came out. And it's a really good fun to do with the kids. Get them involved. If you don't have a little mini blitzer, get the kids to enjoy pounding up chocolate. I suggest somewhere where you don't mind the bag might split. But get them involved. Get them feeling the cake. Feeling the ingredients. The only thing you'd have to do is obviously the oven bit, but something everyone can do, and everyone can have a little job involved in it, and it would be a lot cheaper than buying them from a shop, and they will taste a lot better. So you can do this with pretty much any. You've just got to be careful. Anything you add to the cakes, you must remember not to add too much, because they will sink. As I said, the amount of chocolate I find works for here, but I do feel any more than that, it would actually sink to the bottom and you wouldn't get this really nice consistency. Also, using the ground chocolate does help. So only 3 more to go now before we pop them in. Alright, I actually think we're going to get quite a bit out of this mix. That's quite good. I always get 12. Sometimes I get 13, sometimes 14. But always 12, definitely 12. This one looks like it might go a little bit further. All right. There we are. All right, get a few more out of that. That's good. Spare. Oh, we do like that. All right, there we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these in the oven. And as I've got a little bit spare, I love my dogs. As we've got a little bit spare, I'm going to carry on and put the rest of that in some cake cases. So these are going in the oven on 180 for 20 minutes, and I will be back with you when I pull them out, so we can see how they rise or don't rise. So join me in a bit. Cheers, guys. And it's been 20 minutes. So let's take a look and see what we've got. I've got to say, they do smell pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Right. And there we have it. One tray of 12. Well, I actually got 14 out of this, but obviously, so they're going in separately. What I do suggest, just leave them for a couple of minutes on the side, and then take them out and place them on the cooling rack. I'd leave them another 5 minutes and then enjoy. And I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And let me know if you do give them a try and what you think. Thank you ever so much. Cheers, guys. I actually can't wait any longer. I have actually got some more in the oven. So I'm actually going to take one of these lovely little cakes that we've just made together. And they should, there we go. Oh, look. There we are. Perfectly comes away from the paper. Beautifully soft. Look at that, like squidgy and soft that is. Oh, it's lovely. So when yours break apart, you'll never want to buy a fairy cake again. As I said, I hope you enjoyed.